Did you view it that way, as like a code being broken?
I personally didn't and don't now. I viewed it as Matt and I played together for one season. It was 5 years prior.
Had sex with Shaq, and the rumor is you never had sex with Shaq, but your sister did, and that you protected her by just allowing the rumor to be thrown at you.
I will not clean up nothing until I talk to Shani, because she is the one who started all this.
Just like every other industry out there, the NBA has had its share of scandals where teammates have engaged in extramarital affairs with their teammates' wives. Certain boundaries should never be breached, and sleeping with a teammate's wife is on top of this list. Yet several NBA players have disregarded this unspoken rule, not caring about the repercussions of their actions. Let's check out a few NBA players who have damned all consequences and slept with their teammates' wives. Shaquille O'Neal.
And his serial cheater reputation off of it. In 2010, Shaq's wife, Shawnee, accused him of having an affair with Laura Govan, who was engaged to NBA player Gilbert Arenas and mother to his children.
And on top of our list is the crazy situation involving Shaquille O'Neal. When it comes to infidelity scandals, Shaq takes the front row. Both on and off court, Shaq is known for his charming character, and this has gotten him into so much controversy. Shaq was constantly being referred to as a serial cheat, and things even got worse in 2010 when his wife Shawnee called him out for having an affair with his teammate's fiancée and kid's mother. Shaq allegedly slept with Laura Govan, who at that time was engaged to Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert and Laura had been together for more than a decade, but all these years came crushing when the news about Shaq and Laura's infidelity made it to the news after a few of the explicit emails they exchanged came to light. Laura tried everything possible to deny the mails. She even went as far as mentioning that Shaq's feet were too big and disturbing for her to pursue anything with him. But did the public buy Laura's excuse? No. Not long after all these, Shawnee immediately filed for divorce, confirming the rumors that had been circulating about her husband.
Right? He said, oh, good ones, right? And all I heard was, Shaq. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part, there was two kids behind the bench doing this.
And oh, this didn't just affect Shaq and Laura's marriage. It also affected Gilbert, who got distracted by the whole situation. He even spoke about the trauma in an interview, explaining to the interviewer how this even messed up his confidence in that particular game against the Indiana Pacers. Surprisingly, Gilbert and Laura were able to patch things up, but it all came crashing when they called off their engagement in 2014. One would think that there should be some sort of bro code between these guys, but Shaq didn't seem to care about any of this. His relationship history has brought him a lot of attention, as he had previously opened up about his struggles with infidelity. So when the news hit the streets, it wasn't that surprising. Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson. If Shaq's affairs didn't shock you, I bet this one would, and for the record, no betrayal in NBA history comes close to the one involving these ex-Phoenix Spurs players. This happened sometime in 2013 when Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson were accused of being sexually involved with their teammate's wife, Steve Nash. So let's break this story down. Steve's wife, Alejandra Amirala, was pregnant, and when the time came to give birth, she gave birth to a child who was of African-American descent. This led to many speculations that the father of the child might be one of Nash's teammates. At first, people pointed fingers at Leandro, who was kind of close to the husband early that year, but when it didn't seem plausible, it shifted to Richardson, who was a former teammate to Steve in the Phoenix Spurs. And to make matters worse, Steve and Richardson had fallen out in the most dramatic way possible. The claim was that since the child wasn't for Steve, it had to be for one of these men. Immediately after this incident, Steve and his wife decided to go their separate ways, which kind of solidified the rumors.
Family's integrity. She emphasized that Mateo, the controversial baby, was a planned addition to their family, and both she and Steve were excited to welcome him into their lives. Alejandra made it clear that Steve had been a committed and loving father.
Sadly, the paternity of this child was never confirmed, and all we have are just mere speculations, which led Alejandra to come out and speak about the whole issue, stating that her separation from her husband had nothing to do with the birth of their child, whom they were intentional about bringing into this world, and that Steve was so much in love with Mateo, like he was with the other two kids.
Baller Alert that year alleged that a follower informed them about an alleged affair going on between all-star wingman Paul George and center Roy Hibbert's wife. The report claimed that George was caught sleeping with Hibbert's wife, creating a rift in the locker room.
Paul George. Up next, we have the situation between Paul George and Roy Hibbert, our very own Indiana Pacers stars. At one point in 2014, the team was going through a rough patch. Yay, the once dominating team suddenly witnessed a huge drop, and a little digging confirmed that this was caused by the infidelity controversy between two of their star players.
Messages on Instagram for some time before they ended up getting intimate. Hibbert found out about the affair when his wife, overcome with guilt, confessed the affair to him. The fallout was especially...
So here's the tea. Roy's wife and Paul were reportedly texting each other on Instagram for the longest before ending up doing the do. Roy's wife had felt guilty about the affair and decided to come out to her husband. This made Roy furious, causing a full-blown meltdown in the locker room between the two friends. This situation affected Roy so much that season, making it the worst season of his career. This one was disappointing. Both Roy and Paul were good friends and good players, so not only did it ruin their friendship, it also ruined the synergy between them as players and the team as a whole. Paul George's infidelity didn't end here. I mean, it didn't even start here. Right before his affair with Roy's wife came to light, he had made headlines for other sexual scandals. One was that he had impregnated a Miami stripper while he was with his girlfriend at the time, Callie Rivers, the daughter of the NBA coach, Doc Rivers. If you can date your boss's daughter, then sleeping with a teammate's wife should be a walk in the park. Andrew Bynum. What's with NBA players and moving to their coaches' women?
Bynum was reportedly caught having an affair with Christina Anderson, the fiancée of Jamal Mosley, his assistant coach at the time.
Well, the case of Andrew Bynum gave us a little insight into a situation like this, when rumors hit the NBA industry in 2014 that he was sleeping with Christina Anderson, who was the fiancée of Jamal Mosley, his assistant coach at the time. Right before this news made it to the headlines, the Cleveland Cavaliers made this shocking announcement that Andrew had been suspended from doing anything that related to the team. No one knew why Andrew was suspended. Fans could only speculate. Just after this, the team also announced that they were not impressed by Andrew's performance that season and were going to relieve him from all basketball duties.
Who claimed to be the wife of a Cavalier player and was able to confirm the details of Mosley's wife and Andrew's affair.
Shortly after this announcement, the affair rumor hit the internet, instantly causing fans to put things together. This rumor was anonymously reported by someone who claimed to be the wife of one of the Cleveland players, causing people to conveniently believe this story. However, neither the wife nor Jamal Mosley has come online to confirm the rumors. Also, the Cavaliers tried to deny this story by issuing a team statement stating that the allegations were false and people should not spread false information. But the public understood what was going on. Someone had to protect the team. We get it. Tony Parker.
But the reason behind her decision was Tony Parker's alleged affair with the wife of his former San Antonio Spurs teammate, Brent Barry. Longoria revealed in an interview with Extra's Mario Lopez.
The Tony Parker-Aaron Barry scandal left the NBA industry in shock. It was 2010, and Tony Parker, the charming French point guard, was in the midst of a divorce from his stunning wife, Eva Longoria. Soon, the public started speculating about the reason for the divorce. Allegations surfaced that Tony had been carrying on an illicit affair with Aaron Barry, the wife of his former teammate and friend, Brent Barry. The news sent shockwaves through the sports and entertainment worlds, with many fans weighing in on the scandal. Eva Longoria, during an interview with Extra Mario Lopez, confirmed that she had uncovered hundreds of messages exchanged between the duo.
To publicly deny any involvement with Tony Parker. She was adamant in clearing her name, stating, "I did not have an affair with Tony Parker, nor did I pursue Tony Parker, but the milk was split already."
To clear the air, Aaron Barry took to her IG, stating that she never had anything inappropriate with the basketball player. It was too late, I guess, because no one believed her side of the story. Not long after this, she also filed for divorce from her husband. With both sides facing a divorce, it became clearer. The reason for the failed marriage, however, former Hall of Famer Rick Barry, Brent's father, added that the infidelity matter might have been the last straw that broke their already strained relationship. Tony Parker's reputation took a hit, and his divorce from Eva Longoria was finalized soon after. Brent Barry and his wife, Erin, also divorced in 2010. Making it obvious that these NBA stars can't always shoot their way out of trouble. Derek Fisher.
Falls into the sliding glass door.
Okay, so you actually punch him in the face, and you connect. Okay.
And hit him and knock him into the sliding glass door. And then I'm jumped on by like 3 or 4 dudes. Everyone's screaming.
I know we've been talking about sleeping with a teammate's wife, but what do you have to say about sleeping with your teammate's ex? When it comes to bro code, you should never get involved with a friend's ex-girlfriend or ex-wife, but it seems Derek Fisher didn't get the memo. While Derek and Barnes were teammates, Barnes was married to Gloria Govan. The couple were married but were going through a lot of ups and downs and eventually divorced a few years later. Well, this was where it all started. After the divorce, Derek and Gloria started seeing each other intimately, which wasn't sitting well with Barnes. And when the news of their relationship got to Barnes, he instantly made his way to Gloria's house, determined to fight it all out with Derek.
Their relationship to the next level and married in 2021, years after the dust had settled.
The fact that their relationship started after their divorce didn't matter. Barnes still felt betrayed by both of them, leading to a physical altercation at Gloria's house. But things have gotten better over the years. Both Fisher and Gloria eventually tied the knot in 2021. This was years after all the back and forth. Fortunately, both Barnes and Fisher have been able to move past the issue, with Barnes wishing the couple a happy marriage while he focuses on his twin kids. At least one thing is for sure, and that's the fact that these individuals who we look up to as celebrities and stars are nothing but messy humans. So which one of these scandals shocked you the most?